Hi, I'm Jay Escobar, J.com, and this video is Healthy Habits 2020, habit number 8. If you haven't seen the first 7 habits, I'll go ahead and post links to those in the description, so check those out. And today, we're going to talk about healthy habit number 8, and that is going to be prayer. And specifically, with praying, doing a 90-day challenge of praying every day for 90 days. And I've actually been doing this for the last year. I've been praying twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. I'm kind of like a camel. I wake up on my knees and I go to bed on my knees. And it's funny because I didn't at first for the first about 8 months, or probably like 10 months actually, no, 9.5 months, 10 months, I would just pray twice a day. Didn't really think much of it. I just wanted to start praying and being more spiritual in my life. But then I started incorporating meditation and meditating before I prayed. And that really took my prayers to a completely different level. But just talking about prayer, I spoke about meditation in the last healthy habit. What I like to do is I like to meditate first and then pray and then do my declarations right after that, in the morning, right as soon as I wake up. And praying every day for twice a day for the last year has actually really, really helped me out in getting through some very difficult times in my own life. And it's also helped me become more giving to others, helped me kind of more focus on others people's needs instead of my own, kind of just putting my ego down to the side. And it's also given me confirmation of my path and my purpose, as well as given me some spiritual experiences that I'll never forget. I had a spiritual experience with my grandpa. He's deceased. He's passed away. Passed away back in like '06 or something like that. And I've felt very close. There was a time where I felt very, very close to him, and I've felt a growing relationship with him. And I also feel more grateful for just the small things instead of focusing on what's missing in my life. Earlier in my years, I would focus on like, man, I don't have this, I don't have that. I want a nice house, a nice car, a nice job, money, and a relationship. I'd always be focusing on what I didn't have, and that would motivate me to achieve or go after what I wanted. But it was more superficial because when things get tough, it was easy to quit going about it that way. This way, I know my purpose, I know my deep purpose, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and praying and meditating, and specifically in this video, we're going to talk about prayer, really helps to keep things into proper perspective for me. And I know it will help you as well. And the thing about growing spiritually is that it's going to help you heal any past mistakes or regrets that you have. It allows you to feel those regrets or mistakes and accept them and move on from them. And what you want to do, just if you don't know how to pray, it's pretty simple. What I recommend is getting down on your knees. It shows respect to the divine creator, but also puts you in a state of humility by getting into your knees. I mean, there's different ways to do it. People can do it standing up. You can do it, just sitting in a chair if you really want to. But what I found puts me in the best state of mind is by getting down on my knees. And the next thing you want to do is when you're praying, obviously try to picture yourself being in the present moment, like feel in the present moment. That's why I recommend meditating before you pray. But if you don't do it, just picture yourself actually speaking to the divine creator. Like picture what the divine creator would look like in your mind, whether he's a man or a woman, or whether it's energy, a source energy, or the universe, or a mother nature. However you want to picture the divine creator in your mind, Jesus Christ, or however. I think of Jesus Christ as a separate being as God, and I think of God as a separate being from the Holy Spirit, and I think of the Holy Spirit as being a separate being from Heavenly Mother or Mother Nature. I think of them as 4 separate beings. And so when I pray, I pray to God, and I picture that I'm speaking with him directly. And sometimes I'll even picture him coming down into the room that I'm in and putting his hands on my head and like giving me a little blessing. Or sometimes I'll picture him on his knees next to me, and I'll just kind of talk to him as he, like, picturing him right next to me, praying with me, and just having a conversation with him. And that's the way that I pray. And what you'll notice is that practicing in that way puts you in a state of gratitude. And when you're in a state of gratitude, it's going to shift your thoughts from what's missing in your life, and it's going to place that framework onto what you do have and the little positive things and the small things, even if they're really small and seem insignificant. It's going to put that process onto those things that you do have, and positive things that you have in your life, and just being grateful for every breath you take and just being here on this earth at this time. And that process will actually make you more attractive and will attract more positive things into your life, and it's the concept of like attracts like. The more you are in that wave or that field of energy, the more you will attract those types of things to you. And being grateful, make sure that you keeps you in that state of humility, and make sure that it kills your ego. And ego is, if you've read Jocko Willink's book, Extreme Ownership, he talks about a lot about killing your ego in there and making sure that you are staying humble. And that's very, very important. And praying will actually do that. It also reduces your anxiety, your depression, and your stress. What I've found for me is that when I pray, I can actually vent any frustration or any feelings. I can just, if I don't have anyone to talk to, like let's say I'm upset at my wife and I don't feel like talking to her, or my brothers or whoever, and I just need some time to myself, I can pray and vent my frustration to God or the divine creator or source energy or whatever it is you want to call it. And I can vent to him and I can get my frustration out. And what you'll notice when you do this is you'll feel better. And that will reduce anxiety, reduce your stress, help you feel happy, help you feel less depressed, and focus on the things that you want to bring into your life. And that is going to be healthy habit number 8. So if you like this video, you like this type of content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. You can also visit my website if you'd like help with this concept or this topic, or if you've never prayed before. Visit my website, book a coaching session at www.escobarj.com. You can also shoot me an email detailing your situation. If you have a success story of how praying has helped you in your life, shoot me a success story, and I'll share that on one of these videos. Give me a few days to get back to you. At the very least, share this with your friends and family on any social media site, any social media platform. That is my purpose and goal, is to get this out to as many people as I possibly can, and to help as many people as I possibly can, and to share my experience and help as many self-actualizing people grow to be their highest potential, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, sexually, financially. So that being said, I hope you're always learning, always growing, and always moving forward in a positive direction. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.